The nickname Moellerd, I think it started when I was at Moody Bible Institute. Gotten pretty close with, obviously Pastor Calvin. We know him, but his roommates Luke and Landon, but specifically Landon McDonald.
Hi there. I am here to tell you about a man. His name is Christopher J. Moellerd. He looks like Kirk Cameron. He loves the show Home Improvement. He once heard a woman say that she had a sheet load of announcements. He is the only person I know who has written an anti-evolution worship song. Why would a person ever do that, you might ask? Because Chris Moellerd doesn't back down or mess around. I wanted to get him again, so I came up with a little scheme.
I was driving in the car with Landon McDonald, my girlfriend at the time, Mary, Chad Bacon, Taylor's older brother. We were going to a concert in downtown Chicago, and all of us knew Chris, and we were probably just talking about him or teasing him about something he had done that week. And Landon came up with this idea.
Just to spite me, they said, I wonder how long it will take for Moellerd to figure out that we're saying his name wrong.
Pretty simple. I recruited a couple friends to add a soft D to the end of his name. Not like Moellerd, duh, but like, what's up, Moellerd?
And of course, being the little sister, I'm like, oh no, guys, be nice. But they're like, no, this is great, this is great. And I'm like, okay, go for it.
We all collectively decided that the next day at college we were going to call him Moellerd. Just simple like that.
So the next day at lunch, we all said it probably 75 times, and he picked up on it quickly. And he was like, why are you guys calling me that? And we're like, what are you talking about, Moellerd? And we were very, very subtle with it.
The first time I heard it, and I'm like, maybe that was just a mistake. The second time, I was like, okay, guys, stop. This isn't funny anymore. And the third time, I was like, guys, seriously, my name is Moellerd, not Moellerd.
So by 5 p.m., he had some guy named Luke pushed up against a wall in the dorm, and he's like, why is everyone calling me this? And the Legend of Moellerd was born.
I felt cheapened. I felt annoyed. I felt betrayed. It's my name. My name is Moellerd, not Moellerd. It's Moellerd with no D. And to this day, people think because of everyone calling me Moellerd that my actual last name is Moellerd. It's not. It's not my actual last name.
Okay, so initially, Moellerd is like, why are you guys always making fun of me? He loves to play this shtick, like everyone always makes fun of him, which is sort of true, I guess.
Right, so at the time, it was definitely something that I was against. I was like, no, that's not my name, I don't want that. But then as I finally just adapted it, I was like, they're not gonna change, so I might as well just go with it, and they'll call me Moellerd.
But then somehow, and I think this is through Landon and then Luke, it got plugged into Harvest Church where Chris was working, and then everyone started calling him Moellerd. And I think James McDonald actually thought his name was Moellerd for the first 5 years of knowing him, and eventually just became such a popular thing that he embraced it and loved it, and it is what it is to this day.
And adapting to that name, it started to become endearing. It started to grow on me. It was like, yeah, I'm Moellerd. I am Moellerd. I have become Moellerd.
My Xbox gamer tag for Xbox Live is Moellerd. That's how powerful this name is.
And now it's my Instagram name. It's my Twitter handle. It's kind of what I've decided to go with. I've just adapted it. If you can't beat it, just go with it. My father is very angry with the change. He's like, no, you are a Moellerd, not a Moellerd. And my dad is a dentist, and the last name Moellerd is really fitting for a dentist, but he was opening up his practice again just as of late, and I told him, I said, Dad, this is our opportunity. This is what we need to do. We need to embrace the name Moellerd. It carries such a victorious name behind it. It's such a victorious sounding name that you need to open up your practice as Moellerd Family Dentistry. Not Moeller Family Dentistry. We need to get rid of that name. It's Moellerd Family Dentistry, and then people will just know, that's a dentist that's going to win for me. And he did not like that. He decided against it, but it was worth a shot.
as a fellow Moeller, I could not imagine being called Moellerd. And so I was like, Cal, hurry up. We got to get married. And so we did. So I could change my last name to Wusen.
So when they were doing the name, submit your entries for the name of the championship trophy for the Winterfest, I had no idea. To this day, I don't even know if I know who submitted the name Moellerd, but I didn't even know it was in the running. I didn't know anything, and all of a sudden it was announced, the winner of the name of the championship trophy for Winterfest is the Moellerd Cup. I was floored. In the moment, I was speechless. Imagine winning a Grammy. Imagine winning an Oscar. I actually got up out of my seat to walk up, but I realized there was no speech to give. But we had our first Winterfest with the inception of the Moellerd Cup last year, and I told my guys in my cabin, I said, I know you're not seniors yet. I know that the junior class typically isn't the class that will win anything. And still to this day, the juniors usually just aren't. They're not all there usually. So, and I told them, I said, we're going to break that mold because this is the first year of the Moellerd Cup, and we are not going to lose this for me. And I gave them some pretty deep ramifications if they were to lose, and they stepped up and they just said, hey, we're going to win this for you, Moellerd. This is the Moellerd Cup, and we want to make sure that Moellerd and his team win the Moellerd Cup for the first year. And when that happened, it was, imagine becoming president of the United States. Imagine winning the Olympics. Imagine having a vlog that 1 million people subscribe to on YouTube. Like, that was the feeling of winning the Moellerd Cup. I was really happy, like when Chance the Rapper won 3 Grammys last week, and the reason being, I think he felt just a taste of what I felt. Just a little glimpse of the magnitude of what I felt in winning the Moellerd Cup. Annie, can you say, what's your full name?
Annandale Lynn Moeller, and I like that name. I love Daddy, and I love him because I make notes with X-Dogs. Moellerd is the greatest name ever. Too heavy. I want my name to be on this trophy someday. I like it. I'm gonna be right by my daddy.
Moellerd is really, it's like the original, it's the classic, because really, since Moellerd, many names have been thrown out for Chris. Mulford.
Molio.
Molerqua with a Q-U-E.
Moeller.
Mildred, I think they've called me for a little bit. I put the axe on that one.
Pretty much add any letter into Moeller somewhere, and it's been there. But Moellerd is the original, and it's the classic, which always means it's better. That's why I think the fact that the trophy is called the Moellerd Cup is just perfect.
If I had to describe in one phrase what the essence of the name Moellerd means, and especially pertaining to the Moellerd Cup, I would say it is victorious irony. And it reminds me of the story of Joseph when he was sold into slavery, and then he went into Egypt, and then he was sold to Potiphar and kind of worked up the ranks, and then was sold out by Potiphar's wife, and then in jail for years, and then forgotten, and then redeemed from jail, and then became like second to Pharaoh himself in the land. When he saw his brothers for the first time, he said, "What you have meant to harm me, God has meant for good." And I think very similarly in the name Moellerd, what was meant originally to harm me ultimately was for good.
There's one name that's above every name. That's the name of Jesus. The second name that's above almost every other name is Moellerd.
He named his blog after the nickname. He named his Instagram after the nickname. And now I hear that there's a trophy named after it. And I say, a fitting tribute.
haven't seen it in so long. And it is beautiful. It is, I'm telling you, it's, and look, 2016 champion class of 2017. This is what it's all about. You really, I mean, kids, college is great, but like if you get an opportunity to win the Moellerd Cup, and I think this year the seniors are going to take it again 2 years in a row. You get that opportunity. I'm telling you, there are few things like holding the Moellerd Cup.
Wow, what a beautiful trophy this is. Do it for me, do it for Moellerd, do it for the Lord.
I'm sure you're going to get an interview from him for this video. I'm sure he's going to say something mildly comical and interesting. That is his way. But let me say this. Moellerd is a legend, and anything named after him is worth winning.